Picking up where I left off from the last video, we set sail from one of the Bar Harbor whale watching tours, and me with my Dramamine and ginger chews in me, I was feeling pretty good about it. And the only reason I didn't get more B-roll while on the water is because the boat was extremely crowded and I just had to keep my eyes on the horizon most of the time. But soon we were on our way with nothing but a giant seagull saying goodbye. So it took about an hour and 45 minutes for the catamaran to get all the way out. I think it was about 30 miles out or so, I assume, from what it says on the website. And for about an hour and a half, the water was just glass smooth almost. It was very calm, which it's great. And I was very thankful, even though I took a Dramamine before we went out. I met up with some other photographers, and they said they had done the whale watching tour only the day before, and the waters were very choppy and they were so seasick, but I'm not sure if they took any Dramamine. But I have never been on a boat that went so fast in my life. That was exciting, but just, keep your eyes looking at the horizon, just to keep your stomach good. But for an hour and a half, we saw anywhere from 6 to 9 humpbacks, depending on if they were the same ones that were way far in the distance that came in a little closer or what. We're not sure where they go underwater. Some were distant, some got close. There was a group of 3 traveling together and they were just chilling most of the time. Funny thing, they didn't really, flick the tails as they were going down. Only one of them did that. I think they said as a form of play a bit, but only one did that the entire time as he was going down. Most of them just went, so it was, you saw the tail, but it was very just calm and slow. But I had my R6 with the 100 to 400, which is the best lens to do whale watching with. The 24 to 70 on the R5, it just didn't cut the mustard. I may crop in quite a bit, but I mainly shot with the R6 100 to 400, so I know I can crop in a little bit. But yeah, I think this is the best shot out of all that. Could be those once-in-a-lifetime moments, but hey, it's the experience. Even if we had only seen the chill, slow humpbacks, the fact that we're out there and seeing humpbacks, it's like, I'm happy. And only one seal, it popped his head up, bloop, bloop, and went back down. It's like, how come the seal's staying down longer than the whales? And where's he going? But he had a very boopable snoot. So came back down, stopped at the hotel, got a couple things, and drove down to the Bass Harbor lighthouse. And anywhere on the island, whatever Google Maps says it'll take this long, no, you add time onto that. Be prepared for it to take double the time to get anywhere, just because the roads are winding and the speed changes. Yeah, there was actually a line of cars down to get to the lighthouse, and so I'm thinking, oh great, I'm gonna miss this. The the haze is coming in. Weather and the radio kept saying, oh no, it's sunny. Like, no, all over the island, it is hazy. There's clouds coming in. And so by the time it became my turn to pull into the very small parking lot, I thought, well, maybe I can get a dark, moody photo in the distance. And so I climbed down, and there's a bunch of people who just want to be there to watch the sunset. There's a few photographers, and everybody, people taking pictures, and we're all like, none of us want to get in each other's way. It's like, where's a good spot that any of us can find? And so, I'm making my apologies. I'm like, am I getting in your way? Is it okay here? And other people asking me. I was like, no, you're fine. We can share the spot, because, I get it. We're all here for the same thing, basically. It's kind of cool. People from everywhere making the same connection there. It's like, all right, we're all on the same page. It's an interesting new feeling for me. It was kind of nice. So I put myself right down in front of a rock, sit down, got the camera low, pointed. And I was able to frame up both horizontally and vertically, luckily, the lighthouse in one corner, and it had its red light blinking. I think I caught it. I hope I did. We'll find out here. And the sun was getting redder and redder. Not necessarily bigger, but it was getting redder behind the clouds. You could start to see it through. It's like a red haze, getting pink. I'm like, okay, I can do both. And I'm doing exposure bracketing. I'm doing focus bracketing. It's like, this is going to take me a long time to go through to figure out which one works best, which one is the sharpest. And right as the sun was going to get down really close, I'm choosing my words very carefully here. This lady climbs onto a rock in everybody's foreground. Anybody who wants to take a picture of the sun and the lighthouse now has a person just like further in front of everybody. And then her husband or boyfriend, he joins her, and they're sitting, they're being all lovey-dovey, and none of us want to be rude. We don't know where they're from. Doubt they're local, like most of us. And it's like, how do you politely say without coming across as a jerk, which all of us were like, why did you just read the room? Why would you plop yourself down right in front of everybody? You can clearly see everybody wants to get their shot, and now you're in the way. So it was like, ugh. So I don't know about anybody else, but there was a couple of people who were doing handheld shots. They got a little closer. I'm like, okay, I'm going to use my tripod. And so I got a little closer. I moved way down to the left, almost in the water, but it was out of almost everyone's way. And this other couple that I met and started talking to were like, oh no, we'll share the spot, we'll do this, do that. And so I managed to I may have to use the AI generative fill in Photoshop to get that lady's leg out, but I think I got it. I managed to get the sun just very low, very red, peeking through the haze. And so let's see if this works. And to get two birds with one stone, oh my goodness, I'm seeing fog particles just go really fast. Oh man, the fog is coming back with a vengeance now. So as I'm climbing around to get two birds with one stone, I look down as I'm waiting also for the light, and I see a little crab in a tide pool. It's like a red and white, muddy red and white crab just doing its thing in this tiny little tide pool up on the rocks. I'm like, oh, I didn't think they'd be this high up, but apparently the tides can, when they go low, it's like, oh my God, there's just mud here. And then when they come up, it's, ooh, You better be somewhere else. And so I'm pointing out to everybody like, hey, you want to see something cool? Go take a photo of that crab in the tide pool. They're like, how did you see that? Like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the light to be right. But I didn't have the polarizing filter on. It was way back up in the car again, but I think it was okay. I don't think I needed the polarizer because I picked an angle where the light was being blocked by a rock, or the reflection of the light was being blocked by the rock, so I could see into the water pretty good. Told a couple other people like, hey, there it is. While we're waiting, go ahead and get that. And then off to the other side, I found another tiny tide pool with even smaller, they look like black crabs. They're just very dark, except for the underside, which is white. But I need to find out which kind of crabs those were, aside from tide pool crabs. It may take me a while to look that up, but if anybody wants to, help a buddy out, just leave a comment down below. So that was the end of the day. All that was left to do is get dinner, and can't shoot the night sky because the haze. So the moon, you could barely see it through the clouds that were coming in. So the stars were out, so I couldn't go back to the little park area in Bar Harbor. So what I did was, just went to a lobster restaurant that I've been wanting to check out in case my first choice wasn't available. It was kind of a backup, but I'm glad I went there. If you get a chance, go to Beal's Lobster. It's on, I think, Southwest Harbor. And oh my God, I just gotta insert it. I just gotta say, lobster grilled cheese. One of the most perfect dishes ever. I think I had an O face as I was eating it. If any of them see this, thank you. It was amazing. And I told them as I was leaving, I'm like, can I get the recipe for that? Like, no, it's just this and that. Just grill it. I'm like, I just need to import some huge Maine lobster. So yeah, that's going to be the end for this one. And the next one, we're heading up to Moosehead Lake. And then probably over to Baxter in search of the giant ones. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it and filming it. Enjoyed the day. See what the next one brings. But again, thank you very much for watching. Y'all be excellent, and I will see you in the next one.